Hi Rachel, I hope your day is going well. I wanted to show you some 16th note triplets today. They are in your book on page 64. So you already know some triplets, you know the 8th note triplets. And these guys here were 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Remember that solo that we played together not too long ago? That's what you use in those, right? And you're really familiar with those. Now the 16th note triplets are faster, just like our 16th notes are faster than an 8th note. Our 16th note triplets are faster than the 8th note triplets. So while we're playing them faster, we will be counting them a little bit differently too. So the 8th notes are 1 triplet, 2 triplet. Notice I go straight to the next beat, right? 1 triplet, 2 triplet, just like that. Now in 16th notes, you need to use the ands too. So here's how you're going to do it. 1 triplet and triplet, 2 triplet and triplet, 3 triplet and triplet, 4 triplet and triplet. And because we have those groups of 3, you'll notice that you're alternating, right? So your first triplet falls on the right, then the second one on the left. Right triplet, left triplet, right, left, right? So what happens with the 16th note triplets is 1 and. So you notice the number fell on my right triplet, and then the one starting with the left hand was the end. So the left hand will always do the end triplets, right? 1 triplet and triplet, 2 triplet and triplet, 3 triplet and triplet, 4 triplet and triplet. Just like that, right? And you're alternating your hands. Make sure you get that nice accent on there. It sounds really nice with it. So I wanted to show you how to use these in a fill. So first of all, you can start with something really simple and do that 16th note triplet on each, right? So it's like 2 16th note triplets on each one. So it sounds like this. 1 triplet and triplet, 2 triplet and triplet, 3 triplet and triplet, 4 triplet and triplet. Just like that all the way through. And I'll do it again. 1 triplet and triplet, 2 triplet and triplet, 3 triplet and triplet, 4 triplet and triplet. Now it is quite a mouthful. You don't want to keep counting it like this, most likely, especially because they are played quite a bit faster than this usually. So instead of us counting all of them, I just want you to count the 1 and the end, so no triplet. Basically, instead of 1 triplet and triplet, just say 1 and. Notice it's the same thing, right? I just skipped that triplet part. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So much easier, right? And then you hear that kind of your 8th note per each, right? So I'll do it a little bit faster now because you'll notice it's easier when you're counting like that. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Just like that, right? So start slow, of course, and then you can build it up a little bit. So this fill is not really in the book, but it's the natural one that you might gravitate towards, right? Since it is that easy one, everything is the same on your snare, left tom, right tom, and floor tom. So number 1, though, on page 64 is where it changes a little bit. So now we're going to pair it up, that group, with other things too, right? For example, this one here goes like this. 1 triplet and 2 triplet and triplet, 3 E and 4 and. So you noticed I went straight back into my 16th notes and 8th notes, right? 3 and they will feel really, really slow compared to your triplets, right? Because a triplet has 6 notes in it, right? Or the 2 triplets, technically, the 16th notes. There's 6 in there, right? When we do straight 16th notes, there's 4. 3, E, and right? So obviously the 6, in the same amount of time, will be kind of crammed together, so they're closer, they're faster than the same space where it has 4 notes, right? So I'll do it again. 1. So notice how in each one, on each group, I do say the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and they're still there, right? It's kind of nice. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, right? So I actually counted it the exact same way, but what my hands were doing are different subdivisions or different groups. And let me do it one more time. So here it is. 1 and 2 and 3 E and just like that, right? I just wanted to show you slower again. Now number 2 is a really fun one. Here it's quite easy to play as well. This one here has your 16th note triplets, then it goes to 8th notes. and again, 16th note triplets, 8th notes. So this is what it's going to be like. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and just like that, right? And remember, I'm not saying the triplet part, the 1 triplet and triplet. If it helps at the beginning, definitely do that. 1 triplet and triplet, 2 and 3 triplet and triplet, 4 and just like that, right? So I'll speed it up though a little bit. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And it sounds quite nice even just on the snare alone. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Right? Quite nice. You kind of feel like you're in a marching band or something. So that is your number 2. Number 3 has 16th notes and it alternates with 16th note triplets. So here you go. 1 E and Da. That's your first thing, you already know that. Then 2 triplet and triplet, or just 2 and, whichever way. So 1 E and 2 and 3 E and 4 and just like that. So they're kind of keep going, right, in a pattern back and forth. So I'll do it again. 1 E and 2 and 3 E and 4 and 1 E and 2 and 3 E and 4 and if it's a little bit faster, crash it, whatever you want at the end. So that's your number 3. Number 4 has quite a few different groups. So this one here, you start with your group. Well, that was the figure A from a while ago. This was just a 1/8 note and 2 16ths. So instead of us going 1 E and Da, we skip the E, right? So we don't actually hit a drum on E, so it has a rest. 1 and Da, just like that. So for hands, remember, you want to go right, right, left, right? 1 and Da, just like that. 1 and now on the left thumb, you're going to do your 16th note triplets, those new groups, 2 triplet and triplet, or 2 and, whichever one. Then you got 8th notes, 3 and then notice here people might think that this is the same one as at the beginning, that 1 and they'll just do 4 and but it's the opposite. Really make sure you're paying attention. This is the one without the right? So that's where you go 4 E and but you're not playing the So 4 E and, that and is an 8th note in the song. 4 E and, just like that. So I'll connect it all together. This one's a little bit tougher, so if you feel like you need to replay this a couple times, you know, this video, go for it, right? You can rewind and pause and try it at home too. So here it is. 1 and 2 triplet and triplet, 3 and 4 E and I wanted to count the triplets for you for a few times first before I stop doing it. 1 and 2 triplet and triplet, 3 and 4 E and now I'm not going to say the triplet. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 E and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 E and a little bit faster. That's it. That's your number 4. Number 5 has a cool combo of 16th notes, 8th note triplets, and 16th note triplets. So it's all about the triplets in this one here. So we got 1 E and 2 triplet. Remember, that one is your slow one, so you really want to slow it down. 1 E and 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, and triplet. So these guys here on the left tom and the right tom are going to be the 8th note triplets. 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, and triplet. Right? Those are the fast ones. So I'll do it a few times again. 1 and 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, and triplet. And again. 1 and 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, and triplet. So they will definitely feel like they're kind of in a slow motion in the middle, and then they go into the floor tom, and that's where they get very fast, right? And finally, the last one. This is all triplets. 2 16th note triplets, 2 groups of those, and then 8th note triplets. So you start really quick, and then you really slow it down at the end. And I'll go slow first. 1 triplet and triplet, 2 triplet and triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, just like that. And I'll put it together. 1 triplet and triplet, 2 triplet and triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. There we go. And now, without me saying triplets, maybe 1 and 2 and 3, 4. So yeah, these are the 6 here. I want you to try them at home this week along with your song by Shawn Mendes that treats you better, right? So keep working on that groove. You're doing good with it. Right? And you can always hit some crash and something like that, right? So yeah, feel free to keep working on that one and try these. So I hope you have a great week, a happy Halloween, and I'll see you soon. Bye.